My name is Shijen, anchoring spiritual services and sacred structures that hold space for transcendence, offering guidance and wisdom of healing and transformation. Welcome to Voice of the Ancestors.
Hello and welcome back to the Voice of the Ancestors. Today we're going to, my name is Shijin, of course. Um, Today we're going to be getting to a little bit of ancestral healing, healing through lineage. So lineage healing, of course, future blessings and what is to come behind the lineage healing, breaking patterns and wounds that still affect us to this very day, still affect, how we are in our lives, and how things are, how we still project and how we're still seen to the world in our lives. So we're definitely going to be getting into that today, as well as a little bit of message from your ancestors. So that being said, let's get on into it. We have pulled here already the letters E, I, W, O, P, G. So if your J. So if your first name, if your first initial starts with the E, with the I, with the W, with the O, with the P, the J, okay, this message is for you. We have here the ancestors that have been called forward. Our ancestors of our inner child. The ancestors that are here to help the wounded child, or the magical child, or the child of nature in itself that is a human, or the orphan, a child that feels lost and feels alone in the world, feels like they don't belong. Okay, these ancestors are here to bring about this connection to the source for you. Okay, that gives you intuition. Through the ability of being open, receptive, vulnerable, that allows you to have this healing power for being empathetic, and expressing your authentic self, expressing the inner child, the child within you. Okay, in this moment of time, you're here to healing opens doors to purposes through meeting your needs. This is what the reminder of your ancestors are here to tell you, that healing opens the door to purpose through meeting your needs. What is it that you need? Not what is it that you want, not what it is that we desire, but what is it that you need that brings healing up front? What is it of the child, the inner child within, that it truly needs to heal, to feel whole, to feel loved, to feel safe, to feel secure? And so we're going to get into that. The ancestors that are here to help either protect that inner child, to help release that inner child, to give healing to that inner child, or to allow that inner child to finally be seen for the magical child it is, or to find a place, a purpose that the inner child so desires to seek, a place of home. So, ancestors, there may be for those, your ancestors may be very earthly experience. We have here Midgard. This is a realm of humans. So you have some ancestors that may be here on Earth, trying to contact you. Okay, ancestors, or even if they are not, passed on, they are still alive. Here, here for you. They're still alive here for you. But if not, Again, these are ancestors that are trapped in the in-between because they have a duty that still needs to be done before they can be released, or some form of clarity or healing that needs to come to the surface before they can be released, before they can, finally move on. And so we have here where every time that you ground with them, they are here with you. They are connecting with you. Okay, every time that you're touching a tree, call upon your ancestors. They are there with you at this moment in time. Okay? We have Odin present. Alright, so someone's ancestor may be a Norse god. Okay? This person is known as a seer, or wise one. So you may have an ancestor who has the ability of foresight, the ability to have psychic vision, to have psychic abilities, and knowing how to utilize them. Someone who also sees things that other people do not see. Okay? This ancestor sees things that other people do not see or cannot see. They see they see through the veil into what is hidden. Okay? And this person, you'll know when your ancestor Odin is around because you'll see 111 a lot. Maybe you have seen 111. Maybe your birthday is January 1st, 2001. Maybe perhaps, you like the number 111. But you'll also have a very powerful third eye. So you could be someone who has very strong intuitive gifts, very strong psychic gifts. Okay? This is, empathic abilities as well. Okay? Then we have here Sekhmet. Maybe for some of you guys, your ancestor. This is a very powerful deity here, who is also a warrior and a healer. She's balanced of both, protecting what she loves and at the same time able to bring healing unto others. This is a very powerful, energetic person. So in other words, when you are definitely someone, you could definitely feel this ancestor, being very strong. I'm not so much as afraid or intimidated because this is also an ancestor that I am very familiar with as well. But this intimidating energy that kind of just comes out is Sekhmet. So if maybe you have this energy that is very tensing, that's very strong, very tense, people could actually feel what you're throwing out, your energy and stuff like that. Well, that would be because of Sekhmet, this intimidating energy that's really not so much as intimidating, it's just very fierce and strong. Very powerful person. Okay? We have here where, you may have Sun or Mars in Leo. Okay? If you have a Sun or Mars in Leo, this is definitely an ancestor. This could be in your natal chart. This could be in your draconic chart. Okay? But if you happen to have a Sun, or again, Sun or Mars in Leo, this is your ancestor. You may be someone who has a very strong solar plexus energy, okay? Or you could be a solar plexus ruler. 858 on the timer, abundance is coming that brings a massive change, okay? You could be seeing the numbers 555 a lot. So there it goes again, a massive change coming in, okay? Huge, massive change is definitely coming in. Let's go over a little bit about, each ancestor before we begin. So with the realm of the humans, they are here to remind you that you are in the sacred middle, okay? You honor your human experience. So, in other words, enjoy the ups and the downs of life and see more that there is so much more to learn, okay? Go with the flow of life. The path of least resistance is actually the path that is more prominent, more loving, and more ease when coming to who you authentically are or your purpose, okay? But understanding, they want you to know that growth comes from the challenges that you go through. So do not be afraid of them. Do not avoid the challenges that you face in life, because they are what makes you stronger at the end of the day. They give you more character. It builds character, okay? And the things that we go through are all in alignment to being who we are meant to be at the end. So we don't want to, miss any steps. We don't want to miss any steps as we're moving forward into our lives of who we are meant to be, because sometimes that small step can be so important into the person that we authentically are, or who we are meant to be, right? And just know that the path that you are on is meaningful. It is purposeful. Even when you feel that it's not, even when you feel that things are unclear, you don't know what direction you're going, or what it is that you're meant to do, or if you're making the right decision based off of how you feel in a situation. The fact is that, to let go and just let be. And following your heart is all that really matters, because there is absolutely no wrong way when it comes down to following your heart. Following the duty of your heart. And that is a part of the child, the inner child that needs healing, is when it is able to follow the path of its own heart freely, openly, with no judgment. Okay? Your human journey here is meant to help you learn, meant to help you grow, meant to help you transform, even through your relationships, through your challenges, and through the decisions that you're making. They are here to let you know that as long as you continue grounding your energy, you will make it through. It is all part of the process, so trust it. Trust it. For some of you, your ancestor Odin is here letting you know it's time to surrender your ego, okay? You also may be someone who has thunder element somewhere within you, because Odin was definitely known for thunder energy. Thunder and fire. So you could be someone who has some thunder, a thunder element that's located within you, as well as a fire element that may be within you. But Odin is here to let you know that the best way to go is when you're finally letting go, surrendering your ego for divine insight. When you're finally letting go of the ego of the human side and learning to come into your divine light, your divineness. And this is really after, the situation with him wanting power with Morgana, and finally, well, not so much as Morgana, but you guys know who I'm speaking about, the goddess of death, his daughter, more or less the person he was when he became who he was with Thor. Okay, this is someone who found more balance, and and not seeing things from duality, but seeing things from the silver lining. And this is how he created treaties with Loki's real authentic family versus and his people. The balance that was necessary, that could be necessary to bring about peace. Odin is here to let you know to let go of the ego, so that peace can actually come in by you being your authentic divine self, who knows how to resolve a situation, and also being able to open your eyes to see the hidden layers of reality, to see what is the true authentic problem and how to really come about resolve. Okay? And then, of course, we have here Sekhmet. Sekhmet is here to help you transform through courage and through truth. And the only way to do this is when you invite healing into your life. This is a more of a chaotic and restorative energy that is a huge alchemical fire that knows how to really transform and break down things, destroy illusions, and actually bring about truth, restore truth. This is someone who's also the goddess of medicine, of healing. Okay, someone who is very good at perhaps, finding natural things that help bring about healing. Someone who knows how to say the right things that can bring healing, or perhaps take the right actions that bring about healing as well. But someone who is in the medicinal field that is able to help bring about healing, whether it is, Ayurveda, holistic health, whatever the case may be. This ancestor is here to remind you to stand in your power more, to protect your truth more, with fierce love, and embrace your sacred fire. Okay. This is a powerful person, not because of the power of anger or the power of hate that this person drew from. This is a person of power because of the power of love that this person drew from. Okay? There, in this moment, this ancestor is also asking that facing what must die, which is your ego, your illusion, and stagnation, is key to your transformation. Whatever is stagnating you needs to be released. Whatever illusions that you have that actually needs to be seen for what they are needs to be released. And of course the ego needs to be released. So notice how we have a lot of ego within the human side that needs to be let go of for the divine to really step in and take place here. Okay? Some gifts that they have passed down to you. Gifts that they have passed down. One of your ancestors have passed down the gift of forgiveness. You are someone who knows how to forgive others. Okay? You have it within you to be able to forgive yourself and to forgive others, and so that way you're able to move on. You're able to move forward. And I think that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay? You have the gift of being able to bring in healing bringing in healing for others because of forgiving yourself. This is also, finding space and time to release what you need to release, okay? But they have given you the gift of forgiveness. Being able to move on, forgive others, so that the heart remains light. For some of you, you've been gifted the gift of psychic development, which is gifted the gift of psychic abilities. The ability of clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience, claircognizance, clairgustance, clairalience. Clairaudience, and other clairs involved. Also the gift of foresight. Okay, you have the ability to see the bigger picture of things as well, to see into the future of things, but to see the bigger picture of things. Okay, you have the ability to also be able to expand your psychic gifts, and be able to learn more that helps you to expand your abilities in a more powerful way, okay, that can shake up a universe, even shake up your own, okay? You have this very strong, powerful foresight gift, third eye. I'm definitely going with Odin here. Here we have the third eye, so definitely going with Odin. Then for some of you, again, we have here where you guys have the power of holistic health, being able to heal people through, energetic healing, finding the imbalances that people have and being able to balance them, their chakras. So chakra healing, being able to, you may be, meditative practitioners, or perhaps people who know how to, or perhaps people who are practitioners that are helping people to meditate more, align themselves more with higher chakra. Maybe perhaps you're someone who is, a workout, someone who helps people work out in a professional way. Or you could be someone who is a green witch. You could be someone who... You could be someone a part of the Ayurveda, medicinal. You could be even a nurse. You could be a nurse. You could be a doctor. You could be a Reiki healer or a Reiki healer, whichever one you guys could, pick up on. But you are definitely someone who knows how to manipulate energy to transform it so that healing can come about. You may be someone who deals with medicines, natural medicines that is able to, rid illnesses and diseases for some people that are affecting them. Okay, that are affecting them. But this gift has definitely been passed on to you. This wisdom of the holistic health and being able to, heal others has been passed down to you. Okay? Message, you're definitely being called to ground your energy. Okay? Ground your energy more so, because in grounding your energy brings this fearlessness in that you really, really need. But also it allows you to remove obstacles out of your way. You may be someone who's carrying some form of earth magic. Again, this is someone who is a holistic health practitioner or has the ability of psychic gifts and intuitive, very strongly intuitive. You may be someone who is, I'm getting like, maybe perhaps you have earth elements. So this is Taurus, this is Virgo, this is Capricorn placements that are very strong, okay? You're definitely called to listen to your intuition when it comes down to, your third eye, what it is that you know, or the problems that you're having, again, so you're able to remove them out of your way. 2208, you're on the right path to some form of abundance, okay? Let's see what other message we have here. For some of you, you are meant to continue using your psychic gifts, your abilities, your clairvoyance, okay? There goes that psychic development coming in, a lot of that purple, that third eye. You're definitely meant to continue using your third eye confidently in your purpose, because it's going to create a massive change. It is authentically who you are. And of course, it's your gift and your ability to inspire people through the information or through the gift of connection to source that brings about this healing power to others. Okay, be more open and receptive to your higher self and knowing what it is that is telling you and what it is telling you to interpret. Trust that divine wisdom. Trust in the insight that you're receiving and share it with others. Trust in the healing that you're getting, that you're learning to get. Okay, and share with others the healing that is bringing about, and be more grateful in this world. Be more grateful for your love for others. You're meant to continue accessing more knowledge about yourself, who you authentically are, and listening more to your intuition. But also connecting with your divine self, that inner child, and what it is it desires to create. But also in opening your heart to new connections. This is opening your heart to new connections with your higher self. You may be someone who needs to, go into your Draconic chart to see who you are in alignment with, or even, connect with your divine higher self and access your Akashic records to realize who you are meant to be in alignment with, and open your heart more to these people, okay? Because these people bring about some form of new beginning that brings abundance for you, okay? And just show that heart of yours, that bright light of yours. Let that inner child just out and free, and know that you are still, that you are protected, okay? And take your time, dance with life. Don't be in a rush for anything. Don't be in a rush for connections to be perfect or to be harmonized. Just allow them to flow and take steady course, right? Don't stress so much on what is to come up out of them. Just be in the present moment and allow life to take its course. Definitely take its course. You're definitely asked here to take new directions too. Okay, be open to taking new directions if you need to. Okay, we have here where a couple of things that you guys are finally learning to. That's bringing about some form of lineage healing in which you're learning to release the wounds and patterns that you're learning to release through this passage. Okay, is this determination, this self-doubt that you have in yourself for your purpose, or the fear that you have in yourself for your purpose. But also I am going to say that this strong determination to succeed is also being released. Okay, maybe you're someone that works so hard to achieve something, and it's finally time for you to realize that all that hard work, you could let yourself free a little bit. Okay, let yourself free a little bit. Okay, let yourself free a little bit. But also, as I was stating, that some of the patterns that are being released is also the fear and the self-doubt that you have in the hard work that you're trying to put in for what it is that you're going for, the goals that you're trying to achieve. You're learning to really just stop resisting the flow. Okay, we have here where fish is trying to go up this water this water that is really too hard for them, going up this stream of water that is actually spitting out pressure because they're resisting the path they are meant to actually go. There's another way, and you have to choose the other way. Okay, stop resisting and take the path of least resistance. This is what will bring about healing in your lineage. For some of you, some wounds and patterns that are being released through this passage is stress. Maybe you're stressed a lot behind, the daily demands that you're going through, rent, things of that nature. 27 on the timer. It could be, partnerships that you have with people, whether or not they're bringing, good luck or good fortune to you, or whether you're learning anything, or even if you feel like you're, what if you're progressing, in life, or what is stagnating you from progressing in life, and what connections are. But know that you're on the right path to good fortune. Trust in the process. Take time to balance yourself with meditation or with finding time for yourself that makes you happy, that brings you peace and calmness in your world, okay? And I really feel that for some of you, maybe you're finding that. You're finding that balance. And then for some of you, you have to let go so much of the stress that you're going through, trying to meet those daily demands. And just know that, just know that you do enough, and you are doing enough. Okay? Maybe you're tensed out about a situation that's not coming out the way you desire it. It's okay. Go with the flow, ground your energy, and know that you will come out stronger. 2855. You and your partner are amidst abundance for a massive change. Or maybe perhaps it is that you are coming into some form of partnership that is going to bring abundance to a massive change. Especially a twin flame, or for some of you, twin flame soulmate energies may be coming in and out, connecting with you at this moment of time. And you need to find ways to express love and allow this connection to enter into your life. Okay? Find that balance. For some of you, I have here the inner child being present, okay? So, but other than that, finding that balance is what's going to bring about the healing that the lineage needs, okay? Play hard, work hard, play hard. That's what I will tell you. Work hard, play hard. Find that time. But the inner child here is the key thing that we have. What wound patterns is being released through this passage of the inner child? Letting go of childhood wounds, wounds that are still that affect you and still to this day have some form of control over your emotions, over the decisions that you make, and over how you feel about others, or even about yourself. 3022, as I was seeing on the timer, you're being guided, supported, and loved by the universe on the right path. Trust it. Okay? New beginning is definitely coming in for you. It's time to really also be open to having a little bit of fun, bringing in more fun into your life, more joy into your life, what it is that you love to do, or who it is that you love to be around. Finding out, and exploring more about yourself. The things that you didn't know that you liked, the things that you didn't, try new things and new experiences. But definitely healing old wounds. Definitely healing old wounds by forgiving people. And forgiving yourself for the things that you did not know. For the things that you've done. For the things that you stayed for and tolerated. And, for the things that other people have trespassed against you, didn't know that they were doing as well. Everyone has issues. We all have problems, right? And continue to follow your heart desires, what it is that you desire to do. For some of you, this is what's going to release a lot of wounds within the heart chakra and bring healing into your lineage, okay? Looking into some future blessings in which, blessings that will continue in your family or collective after, soul's transition. Let's take a look into that for some of you. What we have here. What future blessings is to come. River of blessings is to come for some of you. For some of you, there will be fear. Okay? There will be fear. But you're definitely being called to let go of old limiting beliefs that are causing this fear. Let go of self-doubt. Let go of limiting beliefs. Let go of opinions of yourself, of others. And just be free and be open to receive. And this is what's going to continue the blessings of your family. This is what's going to continue your soul's trend, especially during your soul's trend, or amidst the collective after one soul's transition. But it's definitely you being receptive and open, following your heart desires, listening to your higher self, and being more enlightened, more aware, more conscious of yourself, and letting go of the restraints that hold you. The fear, the doubt, the limiting beliefs. Get out of the old thinking and shift your mindset, your perspective, and remain positive. We have here that yellow on her head. Remain positive. Positive mindset. Okay? This is what's going to bring in family blessings for some of you. For some of you, okay, what's going to bring in future blessings for you within your family is continue creating. Continue to spark inspiration, or to ask your ancestors for inspiration on what it is that you need to be in alignment with to create. Okay, but a lot of creation from you as a divine essence is being called to continue the future blessings of your family or within this collective amidst the soul transitions that's happening, okay? You know, listening to your intuition is definitely going to play a part. This is also why the child is so important here, as well as we were talking about from the very beginning, that the ancestors are protecting at this moment of time, that child archetype within these chosen group of people is because, you know, you are divine creators that have this magic within you that needs to share your purpose with the world, okay? And you're definitely being called to connect with your divine essence for infinite divine wisdom and creative energy. We have here, for some of you, you guys need to learn how to connect more with your higher self. This could be, you know, connecting with your higher self when it comes down to water, allowing water to heal you. This could be, you know, you going to a place of water and just connecting more with yourself. Maybe you are a water element and you just need to connect more with your higher self. But you are exactly where you are meant to be at the right time. The universe has you where you are meant to be, okay? You could be a master builder, but you're definitely being called to connect more deeply with your higher self, with the needs that, with the healing that with the soul healing that your divine essence needs. That which will bring in blessings that come pouring in endlessly to you. Bringing in continued blessings for your family or for the collective after their soul transition. And then for some of you, we have where reclaiming your power back anytime is always your blessing. Hello, that's that segment energy. I'm already knowing who's talking there. Taking back your power at any given time from a place of love. Reclaiming your power back at any given time is what'll always bring in blessings to you and your family at all times. Remaining confident. There go that solar plexus energy. I told you, segment. I told you. You know, but remaining confident and listening to your intuition, listening to your own sacred energy, your divine essence, okay? And what it is that you're meant to do in order to reclaim your energy, in order to reclaim your power. Even amidst the difficulty that you face, you know, having the divine wisdom to conquer that. Okay, have the divine wisdom to conquer that by believing in yourself, in your own majestic power, in your own divine essence, okay? In your own love and light, okay? A lot of you are here to start opening yourself up to what your inner child needs, that is going to bring about lineage healing at a soul deep level, continued future blessings for your family. 3822, you're being guided and supported love to abundance on the right path in this message. That's going to bring in the healing, the ancestral healing, the blessings, and the clarity and guidance that you need moving forward. Thank you guys oh so much. No, yes, this is my only page. No, this is not a scam. And no, I will not be messaging you first. If you guys would love to get a reading from me or tap on in, please message me at Metacesian Morphosis on Facebook, or you can go to facebook.com/Cesian Alchemy. Okay? Then you definitely can go to my website, which is located in my bio link on my Facebook page. Or you can go to the pay or the shop, in which you click the shop button, in which will automatically take you there. Or you can look on this screen here, in which it'll show you. So that being said, one love, namaste, ashe to you all, and see you guys again for another time as we're speaking with the voice of the ancestors. We honor the ancestors for their gifts, for their presence, for their clarity, for their wisdom, for their guidance, and their continued presence. Amen. Amun Ashe. Namaste.